Hey there folks, Flynn here, and welcome back to my private shooting range here on Microtech. And today we're taking a look at the Space AK of the verse, otherwise known as the Killshot. It's kind of a silly name, but it's also kind of a silly firearm. It's also a ton of fun, as we're going to get into here. Now, what makes this the Space AK of the verse? I mean, just look at it, right? I don't really have to go into too much detail on that. So first of all, this is a very unique firearm. It's not actually made by any sort of manufacturer, so to speak. It's actually made by Gray's Market. It's a guy known as Gray Chaudhry. He actually founded his company about 19 years ago, so pretty recent in the grand scheme of things. And I believe it was 2937, give or take, somewhere around there. The math adds up. So Ray was the original designer of this blueprint, and of course you can see it nowadays among various outlaw factions and people who can't legally obtain a firearm. As you can see, this weapon is very much a hodgepodge of various parts. Because it's so kind of thrown together, you'll see various different versions of these, and some of them have made their way to the black market. I believe, I don't want to dox them, but there is a market on Nix in the Galleria where you can actually obtain this firearm, and you can pick this up for around, I think it's about 4,000 credits, give or take. I really should look that up. But the magazines themselves, you can actually buy them pre-taped with all this kind of stuff attached to it and preloaded, which is fantastic. Around 300 credits a piece, so relatively pricey. But you get a lot of firepower out of this thing. Now, I actually didn't buy this one on the black market. This was picked up off of a pirate. This isn't normally an aesthetic that I go for with all the bones and stuff. I believe this particular get up here is called the Payback. The Payback Killshot. Some pretty silly names going on here. One of the things that makes it so unique is the fact that it fires both ballistic and energy projectiles, kind of alternating one between the other. I'll give you an example of it here. So the first one should be a ballistic. There we go. Second one should be energy. There we go. See, ballistic, energy, has a fire rate of just around 600 RPM, maybe a little bit less. We'll get to some of the stats here in a bit. They're actually kind of nuts. But first, we're going to go to my ship here, and I want to show you something that I thought was really, really cool. So this here is the magazine. As you can see, we've got our ballistics stacked pretty much like normal. It feeds from the center here. So I've actually been trying to figure out what sort of projectile this is, the ballistic one. It looks to me like it could be 7.62 by 3.9. But it's also very, very, very long, which makes me think that maybe, the case itself is very long. Also, honestly, the bullet is too. It's a bit long for 7.62 by 3.9. It might be 7.62 by 5.1. I genuinely don't know. I'm not an expert, right? So you guys, there should be some guys in the comments that are very up to date on modern ballistic cartridges, and they can tell me this sort of thing. One thing I do know for sure is that it is an armor-piercing tip at the edge there. So one of the things you already know is that it fires ballistic and energy, like alternating, right? But you only see ballistics here in the magazine, so it's not like you load, energy doesn't take any ammo specifically, right? So you can't load a round of ballistics, load a round of energy or whatever. If you look on the side of the magazine here, there's actually a duct tape to it. Is your battery for your energy weapon, which is slung underneath, which I think it's a really cool design. It's a really cool touch. Very janky, but also a lot of fun. As someone who has actually made my own firearms before, legally, it's legal where I live as long as you follow certain restrictions, I very much appreciate the jank of this firearm. Now, speaking of jank, check this out here. So as you can see, the weapon's chamber is actually a lot higher than it is on the old Earth AK-47, right? That's a design that's been around for over 1,000 years at this point. One of the most classic designs for firearms. Everybody knows what it looks like. The AKM. But generally speaking, the chamber sits a bit lower in the receiver than it does here. And I think that's pretty cool. They obviously did that so they could fit an energy weapon underneath, right? So they had to raise the barrel up a little bit. And also, I'm sure what's painfully obvious to those of you who also know about old Earth weaponry, the charging handle's on the left-hand side. So why is this the case? Now, the purpose for that is actually the same exact reason why we have a cutout here for the trigger guard. There's no trigger guard at all. And that's because of spacesuits. We're all very, very armored up these days, and it's really hard to maneuver. Normally you'd flip the AK over like this, and you'd actuate the charging handle from the right-hand side with your left arm, if you're right-handed. Obviously here you just reach up and pull it. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You can see the cutout here. There's no covering rail on top. I forgot the exact name of it, but it's the cover that goes over the top. Whatever the name of that is. You can see it's cut off here, and I imagine that's for heat dissipation? I imagine a weapon like this is going to generate a lot of heat, especially in space. And of course, we've got your regular, AK optics mounting point here. I don't have any optics or attachments on this. It does take them, but I haven't put any on yet. And right above the magazine here, you can see sort of pin and welded up there is the energy weapon slung underneath. So why would you want an energy weapon slung to something like this? Well, first of all, your energy weapon is going to have a lot more range than your standard rifle round does. So one of the stats that I've seen from this, which I thought was really, really impressive, I haven't tested it out myself, but I've seen from other folks around the verse, they've reported hitting targets with the energy projectile at about 1,750 meters. So that is insane with the energy mode. The ballistic, not quite so much. Now that being said, I have not found a way to actually fire ballistics only or energy only. If any of you guys have, please let me know. I can't quite figure it out. It seems to be tied to the internal mechanisms of the gun itself. It has to fire a round in order to fire an energy round. I don't know exactly how that works, but I will say the ballistics fire incredibly slow. I mean, watch this. It's like barely full auto with the ballistics only, which I guess is why they have the energy weapon in between. But regardless, you can get an insane amount of firepower downrange, especially with the 45 round mag. Well, I say 45 round mag. Obviously, this mag is not 45 rounds. You can tell by the length of it, but that's counting in the energy projectiles as well. Overall, it's a very, very rugged design. Pretty easy to fix if something goes wrong if you know how to do it. People say the recoil is pretty bad. I genuinely don't have that much of a problem with it. I mean, let's snipe this rock out here. Let's see. Okay, see, oh, there you go. There you go. Once you get into a rhythm, it's actually pretty easy to maintain. Oh, drop my mag. Now I set up some targets here, and we're gonna test them out from various distances. See if I can hit it from here. It's moving. There we go. So that's the energy weapon. See, that thing is pretty. Oh, I missed with the ballistic. Hit with the energy. So the energy is pinpoint freaking accurate. The ballistic, I kind of overshot it, I think. Let's try it. Let's try it from here. There we go. Oh, jeez. I sent that one flying. Let's try the energy again. There we go. So a lot of force behind this thing. I just launched it from this rock all the way to that one over there. That's kind of insane. But yeah, it's a ton of fun to use. It genuinely is. Well, there go my targets. At least I still got this Vandal guy here. All right, fun's over. Let's talk some stats. Now, as always, there's a million stats that I can get into, a whole bunch of different variables involved. I've chosen how many shots to penetrate the torso armor of light, medium, and heavy armor, as well as overall time to kill, which does not take into account bleed out. As always, the stats aren't going to remain the exact same out there in the field. You know, what can go wrong will go wrong, usually. But in general, if you're wearing light armor, I'll try to put it up on screen this time. I forgot to do that last time. It'll take about 6 shots to break through light torso armor, which is about a time to kill of 0.56. Now keep in mind, these stats are actually assuming ballistics and then energy, then ballistics, then energy. Because energy will, I imagine, I'm not a scientist, but I think the energy would kind of soften it up for the ballistics to go penetrate through. That's kind of how it makes sense in my mind, but I don't know. Now on a medium armor, that is 7 shots to break through torso armor, with a time to kill of 0.67. Really fast so far. And heavy armor will only protect you against 1 extra shot. So that's 8 shots to go all the way through heavy armor, which gives you a time to kill of 0.79. So very, very, very lethal, this firearm here. And despite looking janky, I've actually not had too many problems. I mean, you saw my magazine fell out. So sometimes that does happen. It could be user error. Yeah, overall, very cool design. Very, very cool vibe. There's some things that don't make a whole lot of sense on this thing. If you look at the back near the buttstock, that sort of like nubby little thing. Normally, that's what you press in to take off the cover, right? There's no need to do that on this firearm because there is no cover. But also, I don't even see the cutouts to even take it off. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I'm not sure what that nub actually does here. It could be, you know, of course, Gray saw a picture of an AK-47 from 1,000 years ago and decided to just sort of make it close enough to it. Like, this obviously isn't actual AK-47 parts. It'd be really hard to find those these days. And even if you did, there's no way in hell that thing's going to be able to withstand the ballistic energy that we have in our projectiles currently. Like, you would just blow it to pieces. So if you really, really want an old Earth AK-47, leave that to the space billionaires, I guess. I mean, good luck finding one that's not, you know, half rotted out with, and getting old Earth ammo on top of that. I mean, good luck with that. Yeah, that being said, it seems to me that it's definitely made more to match the vibe of the AKM / AK-47 than it is to actually mimic the function of one. The sights are pretty near identical though, especially the front sight post. That's really, really cool. All right, now the range is well and good, but let's go use this thing in actual combat if we can. Let's see what we can get up to here. Let's look at some contracts. All right, here we go. So I've got a sweeping clear location mission right here, which is apparently a gang has taken over a data center. And we got to clear it out. So it's a bit different than last time, as in the fact there's not going to be any friendly forces there. Oh, let me take my target with me. Those plushies are long gone, sadly. I had a Vandal plushie too I was going to use for the video, but I shot it by accident. And it went flying and I couldn't find it again. So maybe next time. Let me take my statue. Alrighty, let's head on out. Engines on. Man, have I told you before how much I love the Cutlass Black? Thanks to you guys are fucking crazy. You keep sending me money. Don't. I have over 1 billion credits. I'm a literal space billionaire at this point. I can afford any ship I want to. I choose to roll in the Cutlass Black because I love this thing. Man, this is so pretty. Holy crap, look at this. Damn. Like, I know Microtech is owned by, like, a pretty awful corporation. But once you're kind of here, away from it all, in the wild frontier, it's pretty damn cool. Besides Terra, it's probably one of my most favorite planets in the verse. That and some of the tropical planets, of course, but those are insanely expensive. And a lot more people need to find out on the frontier here. Alright, here we are coming up on the data center. Now, it says there's non-combatants here in the mission thing. So I guess I do have to watch out for people? I was trying to pick something different, so I'm not just doing the same mission that I did last time. But, I mean, we'll find out. Oh, we got a ship here. What is this? Hornet. I can't tell what type. Seems to be an F-7C Mark II. That'd be my guess, looking at it here. I don't see any nose guns underneath the turret. Oh, contact. What is this? Cutlass Black. Another one. Okay. That appears to be another individual. I don't think I really want to fuck with that, necessarily. I might have to take him down. Let me actually... Need a cooler? I don't know if I need a cooler. I think I do. Gosh, I don't know how to use this. This is not the time to be fucking around. Let's see. Guns. There we go. What is this? What is this guy doing? Let me flash him with the lights. I'm gonna ask him if he's friendly. Alright. He says he's friendly. We'll see if that's actually the case. I'm gonna turn my lights on here. Okay, so it says this is Ninetales controlled territory, which means they might be... Oh, shit. Alright, yep. That's exactly what I thought. Okay, I might actually have to try to roll with this dude. Let me ask if he wants to roll in that facility. He may or may not kill me. This may be the end of the video. Let me just ask. Alright. May or may not be a bad idea. Where'd he go? Oh. He drove all the way over there. Okay. This might be a bit of a hike. Damn it. I'm gonna get a bit closer. I'm gonna go behind this rock here, sort of like what this gentleman did with the Hornet. That might be. Oh, that's a ghost. Actually, it's a Hornet ghost. Let me try to do this without dying. You know, I'll turn off the engines. Maybe I shouldn't actually. I'm in a snowstorm. That's okay. All right. I'm gonna close my door. Oh, jeez. Okay. I don't know why he was red though. Normally you're only red with the crime stat, but the comms have been kind of glitching out recently. All right, gotta be careful. I didn't get a good look at what he looked like. Hopefully he doesn't shoot me. But you never can tell. That's how the verse rolls sometimes. Alright, let's do this. I'm at the light. That's a bad place to be. Alright, there's his vehicle there. He might already be inside. I think... Yeah, he's killing everybody for me. Damn it. Man, he's gonna get the last one. No! Save one for me. I'm trying to test out this gun. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna get his ass. Where's the bad guy at? Hiding. There we go. Yep. There we go. Friendly. I'm not gonna shoot you in the back, don't worry. Alright, well, that dude sort of came in here and just cleaned out house. Didn't leave a whole lot for me, but it is what it is. I wanted to get a showcase of this firearm. I feel like that's not a very good job. Wait, who's shooting? I'm just gonna get out of here. Imagine I stole his car. Oh shit, where did I park? Down here. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Here. That's pretty cool, man. I mean, the verse is a really big place, but random meetups like that are really cool, especially when they turn out friendly. I will say, I am surprised this weapon didn't kind of go through that cover the guy had there. But I guess those industrial strength rails are better cover than I thought. Dude, every time... Ow. Oh, no, please don't. Oh, shit. Come on. Oh, damn it. Can I not get back inside my ship? Come on. You'd think I could just grab this and pull myself up, but clearly I'm not capable of doing so. This is very, very frustrating. I better lose my statue. No, damn it, man. Maybe I can get it right as it goes down. Alright, come on. Ah, fuck. Yo, can you give me a lift on the car? No. Oh, okay. Alright. I should have just taken his car. I'm gonna jump right here. Come on, come on, come on. No. I'll try to close it. No. Why does this happen to me? This is like not the first time. Probably not even the second. This has happened multiple times to me. I can't get inside my fuck. Come on. Oh, I thought I had it. Damn it, man. I miss back when the Cutlass used to have a ladder that would come down right here. I really, really do. I have an idea. What if I grab the statue and then use the statue to step up? Oh, wait, why is my ship moving? Maybe that's... Oh, the storm. The snowstorm. Oh, here we go. It might be... Oh, shit. Fuck, fuck, fuck. It's chasing after me. Jump. Come on, get up. Yes! We did it! We did it! Holy shit, we did it! Oh my gosh. Jeez Louise. Fucking hell. Alright, well that was an adventure. Didn't really showcase the Space AK very well. All I did was showcase my inability to park properly. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed another train wreck of a video. You guys said you really seemed to enjoy the last one, so I'll make a few more of these. They're actually kind of a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm not an expert, right? So some of you guys are going to be in the comments like telling me what I don't know, and then that's perfectly fine. I'm perfectly willing to admit there's a lot of things I don't know. That's what we have comment sections for, right? For discussions. So, oh man, check out the sunrise. Or is it a sunset? Pretty sure it's a sunrise. Yeah. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Take it easy, guys. Man, that's pretty.